Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So in this video, we would be working on some of the very core concepts on customizing the settings of the Finder. Now let's move forward in order to try to see what all the settings which are available here. So just ensure that we have the first option, that is general. Just ensure that we have this option as an unchecked, because whenever you try to install anything, that hard disk would be coming up. And so we have, let's try to select like external disk, CD, DVDs and iPods, new Finder Windows. Okay. And then open folders in the tabs instead of the new windows. Please ensure it is checked. Then now try to click on the sidebar. In the sidebar, ensure that we have all of these options checked, because this is how I usually customize my Finder. So this is something where we would be having iCloud storage, hard disk, my system MacBook, desktop, documents, downloads, and many other things that would be coming up here. Moreover, like if I want the AirDrop feature, I can add it here as well. So I would also recommend you to please ensure to check all of these options. And then let's see the options in the advanced. Always have this option checked, that is all file name extensions. So if we see here, so we would be seeing the file extension name as well. But if I uncheck this, we won't be seeing the file extension name. Show warning before changing an extension, check it. Show warning before removing an iCloud drive. So all of these options should be checked ideally. And search. So we have an important thing here, that is when performing a search, always try to see like search the current folder. So whenever you try to make a search here, so it would actually search within the current folder. It won't search in the entire Mac. By default, it doesn't search on the current folder. So just ensure that this particular thing is there. Now you can close this. Let's open the Finder here. So now let's see what all the different options that we have it here. So the first option is the file in the menu bar. So we have different options here. So you can just have a look. So we have new Finder window, new Finder or new folder that we can create it here, new smart folder, and all the other options that we have. But the main point that we need to check here is in the view toolbar. In this view toolbar, we have some set of options here where we can hide the toolbar or we can enable the toolbar. So just ensure that show toolbar is selected. In my case, I have added like the toolbar to be shown, the path bar to be shown here, the status bar to be shown here, in order to see what all the sizes are available, what is the actual path. I can navigate from here directly. So it's acting as a breadcrumb. So that is something which will be very useful in the coming time. So also, if we go here, we have customized toolbar as well. So once we see here, so we can even add multiple items on the top. So say for example, we can have it here, right? So AirDrop, we can add it on the top as well. So we can have any other options, any options from this list, we can try to add it there. So for me, I have already added that on the left side. So there's no point of me to add it here. Okay, so now I'll click on done. So now let's try to go in the home directory. So this is basically my home directory. So now we see here like different files and folders which are present here. So there might be certain files which are hidden. So if I press Command, Shift and dot, I would see a lot of different options or a lot of different hidden files in a kind of a like blurred way. So that is something a hidden files. And if I again press Command, Shift and dot, so that would be getting hidden back again. So this is one of the shortcut in order to see the hidden or to hide the hidden items. So usually by default, let us keep it as hidden. So also, it is always advisable to create a new folder within your working directory. So over here, it is like generally every developer creates a folder here. So by the name of developer, so we can create a folder called as YouTube, then we can create it like via code or via testing. So all of your development activities usually reside within the developer folder, ideally. So this is one of the best way that usually developers do. So you can also follow the same approach. And so we can, what I have done here is that I have changed the icon of this particular thumbnail. So what I can do is I can go back here. I'll just show you how I can do that. So say for example, if I say testing icon, right? I'll go to the images. So now what I'll have to do is we might have to go to get info, and over here we have this one. And if I just try to drag and drop it here, so you see here, like we got that testing icon getting replaced. So this is way where we can change, looks good a bit. You can customize it in your own way, right? Also, one of the most advantaged thing in the Mac OS is the tags, right? So say for example, this is the code that I want a specific label to be, right? So say for example, I want my code to be in the blue category or in the blue tag. So now this particular folder in the blue tag, right? So whenever I click tag here on the blue, so I would be getting that folder here. So that would be easy for me to navigate. So this is the way how we can categorize different places. So we can categorize as like priority 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 based on the different colors. And based on that different colors, the more often you use a folder, you can assign that category. So this is also something which is very helpful in the long run. And you can try to take that advantage of segregating different tags within your system. Similarly, I can assign the tag here as green, or I can click on show all, and you see like we have a lot of different options here, right? So once I assign it like green, so within that green, I would be seeing here, correct? So now let's try to move forward. So we have an option where we have seen that using one of the modifier and the space bar, that is command and space bar. If we try to click, we see the spotlight search, right? So this is the spotlight search that we have where we can open any kind of software, right? So say for example, if I want to open Safari, I can open Safari here. So let me open Safari again. So I can open directly here. Instead of going into the applications or clicking here, what I can do is I can simply press command and space bar. I get the spotlight, and within that spotlight, I can just try the initials and it would give that suggestion of the application and I can click it. So this is as simple as that. And once you are comfortable, you would be using it daily in order to open the app. Now, just because we are working for the setup for the developers, generally Spotlight is something which is not very beneficial. In order to get more productivity, we have some more different kind of approach that we would be following. So we have a tool called as Raycast. So once we go here, so Raycast is one of the shortcut way in order to launch our different kind of applications, different kind of tools. It is fast, ergonomically, and reliable. So what we are going to do is we are just going to install this for Mac. So let's try to install it. So this creates a DMG file. I'll just double click on this. Now just try to drag and drop it to the applications folder in order to install any kind of software, right? And let's close it. Now again, if I press it here, I open Raycast. Just click open. So now let's follow the instructions for the installation of this. Okay, so now let's try to move forward with the startup of this. So app launcher, so these are all the benefits that we have here within the Raycast. So we have the app launcher, clipboard history, Windows management, emoji picker, then we have snippets, Then we have calculator. We can do the calculation within the Raycast itself. So we can schedule certain things, search screenshots, multiple things that has an advantage of it. So we'll be continuing forward here. It says like it has integrated with certain AI features where we can ask anything within it. So it will have full control over it in order to find anything within our Mac system. So let's continue. Install your first extension, or maybe we can install it, right? And then we have Raycast Pro. So maybe later. And then keep your muscle memory. We open it, login, use Raycast emoji picker. Okay, I'll be using Raycast emoji picker here. And then I'll click on continue. Then I need to grant access for all of these features. I'll be giving access to the calendar and the contacts, files and the folders. Also, I'll be giving the permission here. So let's try to give all the permissions for this. And then we have accessibility. So for this accessibility, we might have to give certain permissions here. So now we have granted all the permissions to Raycast. Now it is asking us in order to join within the system. So you can just sign it up, or you can just click on continue. So it's asking to click on option and space. So yeah, so it's done. So now if you press command and space, you get a spotlight, but if you press option and space, it would open this one, right? So this is the advantage of Raycast, where you can say, for example, if I'm making certain here, so it would actually create the calculations directly within that. So we can even ask AI about any topic, like where the file is. So we can even explore this ask AI sections. So this is something which once you would be using it, you would be getting to know about the core functionality of it. So now let's try to dive in more deeper about macOS in the next lecture.